Okay, so we're going to start working on our food face Photoshop assignment. Here are a few examples of what former students have created for their food face assignment. You're going to start with the two files that are in Classroom, download them and put them on your desktop so that you can quickly access them. You're going to open Photoshop, and if Photoshop's not on your dock, you're going to go to the launcher and find it and open it from there. Once you have Photoshop open, you're going to go to File, Open, select your files from the desktop, Open, and it will open them, and you can toggle between the two file names at the top. There's also another way that you can open them. If you have your Photoshop minimized and they're on your desktop, you can drag them down to the PS in your dock, and then they will open that way also. Okay, I'm going to go up to the top and go to View Fit on Screen to make them kind of enlarged to my viewable area. As you notice, I have one layer with the background things on both of them, so I can go back and forth between the two. I'm going to zoom into this macaroni bow tie. This is my favorite one. So you're going to get the polygonal lasso tool, and you're going to make careful selections all the way around your macaroni. I'm going to speed this up just for the sake of time. I'm going to be looking at your craftsmanship and how well you do this. It's going to matter later in photography when you start using your photographs. So I'm going to zoom back out or fit back on screen, and I'm going to go File, Copy. There is a shortcut, Command C, and then I'm going to go File, Paste. There's a shortcut, Command V. Okay, I've pasted it, but it doesn't appear to look like anything's happened. But if you look down in your layers menu down here, you'll see that there's a new layer. I can poke them in the eye and turn them off. You still sort of can't see what's going on, but when I pasted that macaroni, it went right over the top of where it was before. I can use my move tool and now move it. I can go to Edit, Free Transform. It also has a shortcut, Command T. And I can make it bigger, smaller. I can rotate it outside of the corner anchors. If you hold down the Shift key when you're actually transforming it, it will keep it proportional, and when you're finished, you can hit the Return key. I would like to cut another item off of this other page that I haven't been using, so I'm going to zoom into the kiwi, and I am going to take my polygonal lasso tool and make a selection around the kiwi, sped up again. If you can't find where you started, you can double click and it will complete the selection. I'm going to go Edit, Copy. But instead of pasting right away, I'm going to flip back to my other document and then do Edit, Paste. And again, you can use the shortcuts. Okay, so I have my one kiwi eye put in place. I'm going to Edit, Free Transform, holding down the Shift key to constrain proportions. Return key when I get it the way I want. Reposition. I'm going to make a copy of it by dragging down the layer to the new icon, to the icon for the new paper or new layer, and it creates a second kiwi eye. Now, if you were to double click on your layers or double click right on the name, you can rename your layers. So as you build more layers, you're going to probably want to name them so you can keep track of what is on each layer. Okay, I'm going to cut out one more object just to kind of show you the common error that happens with students when they first do this assignment. So I selected it, I view fit on screen, I go to Edit, Copy, and whoa, here's an error message saying that the space is empty. Well, it's not empty, right? Because I see that orange right there. but I'm actually not on the right layer. So I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to go down and see my orange is actually on my background layer. So I'm going to click on my background layer. It's still selected, so now I can do edit, copy, edit, paste, and get my orange slice. One more trick and then we're finished. All right, so you have two ears and you want to flip one around. So you're going to go to edit, and instead of free transform, you're going to go to transform and go down to flip horizontal. And what it will do for that one layer you have selected is flip it mirror image. To save your work while you're working or for another day, you're going to go File, Save As, name your file, choose your desktop to the left, and make sure your format is Photoshop so it keeps the layers for you. You're going to hit Save. It may ask you a compatibility question. Just click OK, that's fine. Okay, so you're finished with your project and you want to flatten the layers. Drop down menu on the layers menu, take to flatten. It turns it into one layer. Okay, then you're going to go to the crop tool for this particular assignment, crop the background out. So you're going to drag in the corners or the sides and get all of that background stuff out of the way. Hit the return key when you're ready. So you've cropped the image, and now you're going to go File, Save As, name your file, select your desktop, and then make sure that the format listed is JPEG, JPEG, and then click Save. It should be on your desktop so you can turn it in. All right, you may not need this step, but just in case your food face overlaps your background layer, you're going to go down, click on the background, put a new layer right above it, draw a rectangular marquee box covering all the background things that aren't the base of your face. You're going to go to the color picker, choose the background color, click OK, and then you're going to take the paint bucket and fill that square marquee, almost exactly like what we did in the basic Photoshop tutorial, and then deselect. And what this does is it kind of hides or masks that background. So now when you go to crop and save, you don't have to worry about all of that background stuff kind of hanging out in your image.